Hello everyone! Today I will make a very special video. I assume it's gonna be fairly long. I don't have any notes, I don't have a set plan on exactly what I'm gonna talk about, but I've been making a lot of book presentations recently, so I thought I wanted to have a conversation with the camera and with all of you, and I couldn't come up with good topics for today. I was thinking pretty much the whole day about what I should talk about, but I couldn't come up with anything good. So I thought, why not take you all on a journey on why this channel, Pontus Presents, exists, why I do what I do on this channel, why I showcase books and sometimes not even talking about the content, why I focus so much on the physical aspects of books, what my book collecting journey has been like, and giving you tips and recommendations, pretty much all of the stuff that I have covered on my channel. I will try to talk about in this video. So it's going to be a long video, it's going to be very spread out and not very focused on a specific topic, but just me rambling about books, book collecting, reading, and making YouTube videos. Yeah, that's what this video is going to be about. Even if you are a new subscriber or if you are an old subscriber who has been with me since the beginning back in 2015, I think. So about 9 years. I've been making videos for, which is insane really, considering, yeah, it's I don't know where the time went, but it's been 9 years at least, I think, 2015. So even if you have been from the beginning, you might find this very interesting to hear about how my channel developed into what it is today. And if you are new, then you might also find some interesting facts and things about me or my channel or about book collecting in general. But let's go back to 2015 and why I started this channel from the beginning. So let's go back to 2015 because that's when I started making my first videos on this channel. And funnily enough, the first ever video I made was Dune by Frank Herbert, a video presentation of a paperback edition of Dune that I don't own anymore. But I think my reason for just starting to upload at all, I think it was that I wanted to improve my English speaking skills. I believe that was the case in the beginning, so I thought, why not just show the stuff I own, because I didn't have anything else to talk about at the time. So that was what came to my mind. I just wanted to showcase what I owned, and that's why I called the channel Pontus Presents, because that's my name, and I wanted to present stuff. So I just started showcasing the things I owned, and books were pretty much the only thing I owned. So that's what I started to focus on in the beginning. So I started with Dune. Then I think I made a notebook review of sorts, and then I went on to the 60th year anniversary edition of Lord of the Rings, which became pretty much my most popular video. I think it's like second in terms of views on my channel now. But yeah, the video quality on that book or on that video was horrendous compared to what I do now. It's yeah, you can't really compare it to any of the videos I have now. So it's a bit sad that that video is the second most viewed video on my channel, because it doesn't represent my style of video editing and capturing the aspect of the physical book that I'm doing now. But it is what it is. People back then really found that video helpful, I believe, and so that was a big reason for why my channel took off, that video. And I'm very thankful for all the people that watched the video and has continued to watch that video for 9 years now, or 8 years. But yeah, in the beginning, I didn't intend to only cover book videos or books. I just wanted to showcase the stuff I owned, and it was I owned mainly books, and that's why I showed them. So that's how it started. That's the beginning of Pontus Presents. But very quickly, after finding out about Folio Society, the book publisher in the UK, and buying a couple of their books, particularly Dune as well. Here comes Dune again. But also I think it was Dracula and Arthur C. Clarke 2001. A Space Odyssey was one of the early books. I think Dr. No. There was a bunch of those early Full Society books that I showcased on my channel, and that was what really started the path I'm still on, which is the book collecting and book presenting path, or type of channel that I am to this day, 8 years later or 9 years later, uploading videos on. And Folio Society really made me view books, the physical, aspect of the book, so much differently than I had before. I didn't know that books could be like art in itself. For me, books before that were just an instrument, you could say, for reading, for gaining knowledge, for entertainment. But Folio Society really opened a new world where you could have all of that, having a very interesting story, but you can elevate that experience with like a physical thing, and in this case, well made, well designed, and oftentimes when it comes to Folio Society, illustrated book that really elevates the reading experience in so many ways. And that's what I started to focus on. It was the things that I found to be, important in books when I moved on with my interest in book collecting. It was the things like the paper, the binding materials, the type of binding. Is it Smith sewn? Is it glued? The text size, all of those things. How well the book opens up. Is the illustrations printed on photographic paper? There's so many things that you can start diving into when you are really thinking about the physical aspects of books. And that's what really my whole channel became all about. It was what I wanted to talk about when I presented books. I wasn't interested in talking about my own opinions about the content of the books. I didn't want to talk about the author or how I enjoyed the story. It all became about the physical aspect of the books, how well it was built, how the build quality was, how the paper was, how easy it is to read, all of those stuff. Even to the extent that I talked about like the smell of the paper. It was a time where I really got into it. I'm not doing it that detail anymore, but it was a time back when I started in my early Folio Society videos that I talked about literally every aspect of the book. But this all of this became the focus of my channel, just focusing on the book itself, the physical book, not talking about the story, about my own opinions, about the reviews of the book. It just became showcase the book in the best possible way, and that really started to make me interested in having different camera angles, capturing different parts of the book, finding, you know, the perfect lighting to hit the hit the binding materials, if it's buckram or if it's gilded or if it's has foil on the binding. I just wanted to capture that, you know, in fine detail all the time on every single book. And that's something I still try to do to this day, like finding the perfect angle on when I'm capturing the book on video to really showcase the material used, so you really get a good feel of what you are buying. Because that's what later became one of my big issues with buying books online, was that you don't really know what you are buying until you get the book itself. Because there's no information on websites usually, on like general bookstores online, where it talks about where the book comes from, where it's made, what paper is used, is it acid-free paper, is the binding glued, is it Smith sewn. I wanted to make like a digital library where you can find out about all of that stuff, and that was the other, you know, reason for continuing these types of videos. The first one was like the aesthetic beauty of the physical book, and then the second one was to help people, you know, who want to buy a book online, find out information about it. So those two things, the aesthetic beauty and just the look and the physical aspects of the book, and the information that people might find useful, all of that became my main points about this channel. And those two things have been what I try to always accomplish with every book presentation I do today. And I know that some people, when they are watching my videos, they might not be familiar with this reasoning of mine, of why I'm making just sometimes I'm just filming the book from different angles. I open it up and show the pages, and I don't talk, I just have music on, and it might be a bit confusing for people to not have the YouTuber talking about the contents of the book. I know that can be frustrating if you are expecting it, and perhaps it's my fault for not making it clear in the video title that this is just the physical aspect of the book. But usually I just respond to comments that are pointing that out, with my channel is focusing on the physical aspect alone. But sometimes I do talk about the contents and what I think about the book, and I've been doing so lately on books that I really enjoy. But yeah, this is the main core of Pontus Presents. It's showcasing the aesthetic, the beauty of the physical book, and for helping people find out information about the books that you might be interested in buying, but that you can't find any information about. So I want to create a digital library where there's like hundreds of different videos about the physical aspect of books, so that it can help people in the future. Another thing that I quickly found out that I really enjoyed was finding music that fit with the book that I'm presenting. And so that's something I take a lot of time, finding the perfect music for each edition. It's one of the things I'm really proud about when I make my videos, is that I'm fairly good at finding the perfect song for the book I'm presenting. But you know, it's fairly hard to work with a very limited copyright free music library, especially the one that YouTube has. I haven't delved into any other copyright-free music sites except for music by Adrian von Ziegler, his music. But that's something I really enjoy, and I know people have commented about it. They also noticed that I I try to put really a lot of effort into finding the perfect song for the video I'm presenting. So that's just one of the aspects that I really enjoy with making videos, because otherwise it's just me, an iPhone, in some cases this microphone, a Yeti microphone, and my laptop with iMovie. That's all I use. That's all I've ever used. It's very simple. It's very easy for me to just grab my phone and start recording, you know. So that's another strength of my video making, is that I can just pick up my phone, put a book on the table, record it, write some script for talking about the book, and then upload it. And it's quick, it's easy, and that's pretty much why I've been able to make so many videos while still having a full-time job, and always, not every single week, but most weeks, have at least one video out for everyone to watch. And now is a good point to maybe perhaps talk a bit about my subscribers and what people expect from this channel, because I've been noticing a lot that when I put out, let's say, a completely random book presentation of any book I have in my library, it might be, let's say, Leaf Storm by Marquez, or it could be like the Old Testament or anything like that. Let's take a completely random book and I just showcase it. I put like a voiceover where I talk a bit about the book, and then I upload it. And it's usually, if it's just a complete, like, not a book that's extremely popular, but that, it's a fairly popular book. But it will get, in the long run, it might get about 1,000 views perhaps, or sometimes less even. But those kind of videos, I don't think those kind of videos are for my subscribers per se, because those videos are more help to tools for people who are just searching for that specific edition. And sometimes it works both ways, because I can give inspiration to my subscribers by recommending this book that I'm presenting, but usually it's not for my subscribers when I'm uploading the random presentation of a book. And that's what's been, I feel, an issue or a misconception almost, that I'm trying to figure out what to do. Because I do believe, and I don't have the exact numbers, but I think I would guess that perhaps 70% of the people watching my channel that are my subscribers, they are interested in sci-fi, classic literature, or fantasy. And that's what they are subscribing for. And those subscribers do come from, let's say, any of my Lord of the Rings books that I've been presenting, or my Tolkien collection books, or my Dune collecting books, or my Full Society books. There's so many people that mainly have an interest in those sort of videos. And I totally understand that, because that's what made this channel what it is. It's what made it popular, or fairly popular. I wouldn't say my channel is that popular, but it's what made this channel what it is today. It's Dune, it's Lord of the Rings, it's sci-fi, it's fantasy, it's Full Society editions, it's limited editions from mainly Full Society. But when I present a random book that doesn't fit inside that, the stuff that my subscribers subscribe for, then the videos will get a fairly low amount of views. And that's totally fine, because those videos are not for my subscribers directly. they are for people that are trying to find information about that specific book. But as you know, I also always try to make videos just for my subscribers. But that's what's been fairly hard recently, because my interest in books has changed a bit. It has switched paths, and I don't read as much sci-fi or fantasy anymore. I really am interested in religion, religious scripture, philosophy, and especially dharmic religions from India, and Japanese literature, especially modern Japanese literature and stuff like that, and recently manga. So those things are not as popular among my subscribers, and I notice that every time I make videos about it. So it's been a dilemma, because I really want to continue growing this channel. It's really fun making videos for my subscribers, because I noticed that those kind of videos get a lot more interaction. They get more views, a lot of more people talking about them, and it brings me more, inspiration to continue. And it's what I like, making videos that people like to watch. That's of course natural for most people here on YouTube. So one of those video projects or ideas for just my subscribers was that I wanted to make like a Dune comparison video, where I bought the most popular Dune editions out there and compare them, trying to find like what's the best, most affordable Dune edition out there that's mainstream, that's mass produced. But those sort of videos, even though I know they will be very popular and that I know my subscribers will enjoy a lot, those kind of videos still require me to purchase books that I might not want to keep. And I still find it a bit, I don't know, it doesn't feel right to just buy a book from, an online bookstore, buy a book, get it, record it, and then if I don't want it, what do I do with it? I don't really want to send it back, because, that just feels like I'm abusing the system. So oftentimes I just end up selling them secondhand, and I usually lose a bit of money on that. So yeah, that's why I haven't really picked up on that Dune project yet. I made one video and I don't know if I will continue with it. I might and I might not, but those sort of video projects are for my subscribers. And I do love science fiction, I do love fantasy. I wish that I took more time to read those sorts of books, but for some reason I've just I'm not that interested in science fiction or fantasy at the moment. But that could change, my own reading interest has changed so much throughout the years. Some years I just find no interest in reading like any fiction at all. I just want to learn about a specific time in history, and some years I want to study a specific religion, and I only focus on that for a few months, and then I want to just read manga, and I do that. Yeah, it's when you have that unlimited passion for learning about different things, I guess it doesn't suit a channel that, or a subscriber base that just want one thing, and that's sci-fi, fantasy, and classic literature, and books from the Fuller Society and stuff like that. But I want to make more videos for my subscribers. I really, really want to. And I hope that I can find that interest in sci-fi again. I do feel that it's coming back a bit, but I haven't really taken any steps closer to starting reading sci-fi again or anything like that. But it might happen. It might happen soon. Whenever I think back on Frank Herbert's Dune, or when I think about all of the sci-fi books I haven't read, Neuromancer is one of those books I really want to read, but I haven't read. Getting more into Philip K. Dick and Isaac Asimov, especially, like, you know, the main big guys. Ursula K. Le Guin is one other of those authors. Getting into those authors is something I want to do, and I know that the people on this channel, all of the people that subscribe, they would be interested in those sorts of videos, even if it's me talking about Dune or talking about Neuromancer or anything like that. And also, you might not know, but Neuromancer is coming as a limited edition to the Full Society, I think later this year. Perhaps I should read it before it comes out, and if I really enjoy it, I might get the limited edition. No promises, but that would definitely be like a step back in time to when I really was so into Full Society books that basically my whole library was Full Society books at one time, but it's not like that anymore, sadly. So I would like to bring this channel back to its roots and talk about sci-fi books and fantasy books more. And I hope that they will come, especially just for all of you guys that are waiting for those things. And I hope Full Society will continue making books that interest me. There has been, for the last few years, very few books that I have purchased from the Full Society. I feel like every year it's less and less. And that's sad, you know, what can you do? I will not buy books just to showcase them. The only chance of me, you know, showing a Full Society book to you all is when I'm really excited about them. And the latest one was Gitanjali from the Full Society, and there hasn't been too many Full Society books recently that has interested me. But I hope they can, you know, bring back some of those books that really captures my attention in the future. If they manage to do so, then you will definitely see more Full Society on this channel. I don't know if I managed to capture and talk about all the points I thought I would at least try to get into, but I think I managed to talk about most of the things, I hope. I've been talking for so long now, and I'm not used to sitting in front of a camera and talking. I say this all the time, but I do it so less, not very often at all, and I'm not used to it. I'm not good at it. If I did it like once a week, perhaps I would be better, but I just, I'm really bad. I'm sorry. I do apologize for those of you who are still listening to this rambling. More Full Society books, more sci-fi, more fantasy. That's what I hope for. That's what the core of my channel is about. Even though my own personal interests have, you know, slided away towards other things, that core that started my love for reading is still there. You just have to find it again, and I'm sure I will be back talking about the big giants of sci-fi fantasy in the future. And also book collecting in general, like bookshelf tours and, you know, how to take care of books. Those are things that I also could go into a bit more, because those are also very popular. But thank you all so much for, if you're still watching this, thank you so much for watching. It's been no idea how long I've been recording for. I've divided this video into different parts, so it might be about half an hour, perhaps, maybe a bit less. That was all. thank you all and every one of you that has been with me for these past years, and even if you started watching my videos yesterday, thank you as well. Until next time, see you all.